While countries across Southeast Asia compete to become bigger, richer, and louder, something different is happening in Malaysia. The country isn't always the first one people mention when they talk about Asia's future, but look closer, and you start seeing something remarkable. Artificial intelligence, semiconductor manufacturing, massive data centers, modern rail networks, digital payments, world-class infrastructure, and a lifestyle that still feels surprisingly human. So what if Malaysia isn't trying to become the next Singapore, Japan, or South Korea? What if it's quietly building a future of its own? And if you're watching this from Malaysia, if you're proud of where Malaysia is heading, subscribe and comment Malaysia Boleh below. Let's show the world that this country has people who believe in its future. And if you enjoy discovering the countries changing the world before everyone notices, subscribe to Nomad Quest, because this story is only beginning. Assalamu alaikum. To understand why Malaysia feels different, start with the economy. Malaysia isn't the largest economy in Southeast Asia. It doesn't have Singapore's financial power, Indonesia's enormous population, or Vietnam's manufacturing growth story. But Malaysia has something incredibly valuable, a strategic position between some of the world's most important markets. It sits in the heart of Southeast Asia, with major shipping routes running through the Strait of Malacca, close to Singapore, connected to China and the wider Asian market, and surrounded by rapidly growing economies. That geography has helped turn Malaysia into something much bigger than a tourist destination. And the numbers are starting to tell the story. Malaysia recorded RM 426.7 billion in approved investments in 2025, an all-time high and an 11% increase from the previous year. The World Bank also reported that Malaysia's economy remains strong in 2025, with GDP growth reaching 6.3% in the fourth quarter. But here's where the story gets interesting. A huge part of that investment isn't going into things you can immediately see from a tourist bus. It's going into the infrastructure behind the digital world. Data centers, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, advanced manufacturing. In the first quarter of 2026 alone, Malaysia approved RM 34.6 billion in data center and cloud computing investments across 33 projects. That's almost RM 1 billion per project on average. Think about what that means. The next time you upload a video, use an AI tool, stream a movie, or store something in the cloud, the infrastructure making that possible could increasingly be sitting in places like Malaysia. The country has even ranked among the world's top destinations for data center projects. And this is where Malaysia's future becomes much more interesting than its skyline. Because Malaysia isn't simply trying to consume technology, it's trying to build the infrastructure that powers it. Then there's the semiconductor industry. For decades, Malaysia has played an important role in global electronics manufacturing, particularly in areas such as assembly, testing, and packaging. Now the country is trying to move further up the value chain. In 2025, semiconductor manufacturer Xfab announced a RM 3 billion expansion in Sarawak, increasing its wafer production capacity from 30,000 to 40,000 units per month. The expansion focuses on chips used in automotive, medical, and industrial applications. That sounds technical, but think about your everyday life. Cars, phones, medical equipment, industrial machines, smart devices. All of them depend on tiny pieces of technology that most people never think about. Malaysia wants to be part of that future, and it isn't stopping there. Look at Kuala Lumpur. 20 years ago, the city was already impressive. Today, the transformation feels much more deliberate. The MRT and LRT networks are changing how millions of people move around Greater Kuala Lumpur. TRX is developing into a major financial district. Merdeka 118 has become one of the defining pieces of the city's skyline. And then there's the digital layer. QR payments have become part of everyday Malaysian life. A customer can walk into a small restaurant, order a meal, scan a code, and leave without handing over cash. That might sound ordinary, but imagine trying to explain this transformation to someone who hasn't visited Southeast Asia in years. They might still picture Malaysia as a country defined mainly by palm trees, beaches, and inexpensive food. Meanwhile, the country is building an economy increasingly connected to cloud computing, AI, electronics, finance, logistics, and advanced manufacturing. That's the contrast. And perhaps that's why Malaysia feels like the future. Because the future doesn't always arrive with a giant announcement. Sometimes it arrives quietly. A QR code at a roadside restaurant, a new train station, a semiconductor factory in Sarawak, a data center outside Kuala Lumpur, a startup operating from a modern office, a young Malaysian using technology to build a business that can reach customers anywhere in the world. And then you step outside and find someone eating roti canai at a neighborhood mamak restaurant at midnight. That's the strange beauty of Malaysia. The future and tradition aren't necessarily fighting each other. They're sitting at the same table. A country can build AI infrastructure, while families still gather around traditional food. It can develop financial districts while neighborhood markets remain busy. It can construct some of Southeast Asia's most ambitious projects while maintaining cultural traditions that are centuries old. That balance may become one of Malaysia's greatest advantages. And tourism is showing another side of the transformation. Malaysia welcomed 42.2 million international visitors in 2025, according to Tourism Malaysia, up from 38 million in 2024. The country entered 2026 with an ambitious national tourism campaign designed to bring even more visitors into the country. But here's what I find fascinating. Tourists aren't only coming for Kuala Lumpur anymore. They're discovering Penang, Sabah, Sarawak, Johor, Malacca, Langkawi. They are experiencing food, nature, culture, beaches, rainforests, heritage, and modern cities within one country. And that diversity is becoming an economic advantage. But let's address the obvious question. Is Malaysia perfect? Absolutely not. Housing affordability remains a concern in major cities. Traffic congestion can be frustrating. Income levels still have room to grow. Development needs to be balanced with environmental protection and quality of life. Calling Malaysia the future doesn't mean pretending those problems don't exist. It means recognizing that the country is actively trying to solve them while positioning itself for the next stage of global competition. And this is where it gets really interesting. The next decade may not be won simply by the countries with the biggest populations or the tallest buildings. It may be won by countries that can connect several things at once: technology, manufacturing, infrastructure, talent, trade, tourism, quality of life. Malaysia has pieces of all of them. The question is whether it can connect those pieces successfully. Because if it does, the Malaysia of 2030 could look very different from the Malaysia many people imagine today. Imagine landing at Kuala and traveling through a city increasingly connected by rail. Imagine walking through TRX while companies compete for global investment. Imagine data centers supporting AI systems across Asia. Imagine Malaysian semiconductor facilities producing increasingly sophisticated components. Then, after all of that, imagine ending the day at a simple mamak restaurant with tea tarik and roti canai. That contrast isn't a weakness. It might actually be the point. Malaysia doesn't need to abandon what makes it Malaysian to become technologically advanced. It can modernize without becoming culturally anonymous. And maybe that's the lesson other countries should pay attention to. Because the future doesn't have to look cold, expensive, and disconnected. It can be advanced and affordable, digital and human, global and local, modern and traditional. That is the Malaysia quietly emerging in front of us. If you've made it this far, subscribe to Nomad Quest, because we're going much deeper into Malaysia's transformation in the videos ahead. And if you believe Malaysia deserves more attention from the rest of the world, share this video with someone who still thinks they know what Malaysia is. Because maybe the biggest surprise isn't that Malaysia is changing. It's that so many people haven't noticed yet. The skyscrapers are already here. The technology is already arriving. The investment is already moving. The factories are already expanding. The tourists are already coming. The question isn't whether Malaysia has a future. The question is how ambitious that future can become. And perhaps one day, when people look back at Southeast Asia's transformation, they won't remember Malaysia as the country that shouted the loudest. They'll remember it as the country that quietly built the bridge between the world it came from and the world that was coming next. So tell me in the comments, do you think Malaysia really could become one of Southeast Asia's most important countries of the next decade? Or is the hype getting ahead of reality? Because the future of Malaysia isn't finished being written, and the most interesting chapter may be the one that's just beginning. But there is one final piece of the puzzle. Technology and investment can transform an economy, but they cannot create a successful future by themselves. The real test is whether ordinary people feel the transformation in their everyday lives. That is where Malaysia's next chapter becomes so important. A country can build enormous data centers, attract billions in investment, construct new rail lines, and manufacture advanced electronics. But if those achievements don't create better opportunities, higher incomes, better cities, and a stronger quality of life, then what is the point? Malaysia understands that challenge, and the answer may already be visible in Kuala Lumpur. Take the MRT. For someone visiting the city, it's simply a train. For millions of residents, it's something much more important. Time saved, opportunities reached, and another alternative to sitting in traffic. The same principle applies to digital payments. A QR code might look like a tiny piece of technology, but for a small business owner, it can mean accepting payments more easily and reaching customers without needing expensive infrastructure. That is how the future becomes real, not through headlines, through ordinary moments. A student using fast internet to learn, a Malaysian entrepreneur selling products overseas, a worker taking public transport to a new job, a restaurant accepting digital payments from a tourist, a semiconductor engineer building components that eventually end up in products used around the world. Suddenly, Malaysia's transformation isn't happening somewhere far away. It's happening around people. And perhaps this is the biggest reason Malaysia feels like the future of Southeast Asia. It sits at an unusual intersection. It has the industrial experience to manufacture. It has the geography to connect global trade. It has cities capable of attracting international businesses. It has a multilingual population. It has universities producing young talent. It has tourism. It has natural resources. And it has something that cannot simply be purchased with money: cultural diversity. That combination gives Malaysia options. And in an uncertain world, options are incredibly valuable. The future won't be predictable. Supply chains will change. Artificial intelligence will transform jobs. Countries will compete for investment. Businesses will search for new manufacturing locations. Tourists will look for new destinations. Young professionals will decide where they want to build their lives. Malaysia cannot control all of those changes, but it can prepare for them. And that's exactly what makes the country's story so fascinating. Maybe Malaysia doesn't need to become the richest country in Asia. Maybe it doesn't need to become another Singapore. Maybe its greatest opportunity is becoming something uniquely Malaysian, a country that combines advanced technology with cultural identity, global business with local community, and economic ambition with a lifestyle people actually want to experience. Think about that for a moment. The future isn't simply about buildings getting taller. It's about life getting better. It's about whether a young person can find opportunity without leaving their country. It's about whether businesses can grow from Kuala Lumpur and compete globally. It's about whether Malaysia can attract international talent while creating opportunities for its own people. It's about whether the country can grow without losing the qualities that made people love it in the first place. That is the real challenge. And that is why the next few years could be so important. Malaysia is no longer simply asking, how do we develop? The question is becoming, how far can we go? If you enjoyed this journey and you want to see more documentaries about Malaysia, Asia, travel, economies, and the countries shaping the future, subscribe to my channel, Nomad Quest. Your subscription helps this channel continue telling stories that deserve to be heard. And if you're Malaysian, or you've lived here, worked here, studied here, or simply visited and fallen in love with the country, write Malaysia, boleh, in the comments. Because the world may still be discovering Malaysia, but Malaysia is already preparing for the world that comes next. And perhaps years from now, people will look back at this moment and realize something important. The future of Southeast Asia wasn't announced with a giant headline. It was being built quietly. One train, one factory, one digital payment, one investment, and one ambitious Malaysian at a time. So don't just watch Malaysia change, watch where it goes next. And if you want to be here for that journey, subscribe to Nomad Quest, because this is only the beginning. The world is changing. Southeast Asia is changing. And Malaysia may be one of the countries quietly changing the rules.